you mentioned it earlier. I wrote the note down. You said with a $1,000 account, that's $1,000 a pip. I mean $1 a pip, and you said equals 0.1. Is the 0.1? Is that the lot size?
The lot size, yes.
Okay, in the beginning. Okay, so it can go up to 0.2 as well. So it's not just, so that's the higher lot size, the 0.2. So it's either one or, okay.
So let's say we have a signal, and the signal says 30 pips risk. So let's do the math. If we do $1, which is 0.1 lot size, we can now make it $1 multiplied by 30 pips. We'd be losing or risking a total of $30. $30 is 3% of $1,000. So we are good because we don't want to risk anywhere higher than 5%. Okay? If we did $2, which is the 0.2, and we multiply that by 30 pips risk, now we're risking $60 on that trade. Those $60 is 6% risk of the $1,000. Okay? So the vision that I show you with the 300 pips was based on risking no more than 3 to 5%. So being very conservative. That's what I showed you, okay? So it's up to anybody to be willing to either risk 3% or 6%. My recommendation would be sometimes they do send those signals with 50 pips risk, right? So on those signals, if you do $1, if you have $1,000 and you do the $1,000 balance, $1 per pip relationship, it will be $50 because $1 multiplied by 50 is $50 risk, which is now the 5% of $1,000. But if you did $2 on a risk of 50 pips, now risking $100 of the 1,000, and that's a 10% risk, which in my opinion, it's too risky. It's a higher risk. And we don't know which alerts are gonna lose or which alerts are gonna win. Like last week, for example, just on Monday, we had 2 alerts losing 50 pips each. So in the beginning of the week, we were down 100 pips. So if we would have done, if let's say you had a $1,000 account and you would have done $2 a pip, right there you would have lost $200 on each. No, combined. That's 20% of your account in one day. That's too much. Okay, so just keep. So let me delete all this and just put it $1,000, and then I use lot size of 0.1. Let me start like this. If you have a $100 balance, then you have a lot size of 0.01. If you have a $500 account, lot size of 0.05. Then you have $1,000. Let's say you have $3,000, and then just screenshot this, guys, and just keep it in there until it's in your mind. You have a $3,000.
Do a $50 option too. Like put it above the 100. Like what would $50 balance look like? Lot size look like? Okay,
so you will have to do lot size of 0.01. That's the minimum you can do.
Oh, okay.
Just know that you're risking double.
Okay,
of the
gotcha.
one.
Okay.
So you gotta be riskier on this one.
All right.
3,000 and let's say 5,000. lot size of 0.5, so $5 a pip. Okay. So it's screenshotted. I screenshotted it too, so I'll send it to you guys, so you can just keep it in there all the time. So actually, something that I forgot to mention, and let me do this real quick, and then we'll move to the other types. Here's the goal that I want you to guys have. I want you to guys have a goal of $10,000 account. So if you have $500, you know, doing $300 a pip in 12 months, you're gonna have $11,000. Take out 1,000 and just keep 10,000, okay? If you have $1,000, you know that in 6 months, you're gonna get there. If you have $2,000, probably in 3 to 4 months, you're gonna get there. But I want to show you the magic of a $10,000 account following 300 pips of Swipetrades. I want you to see the magic number with that. $10,000. Compounded 12 months, 30%. We're talking about $200,000 that account will grow into in 12 months. We're talking about multiple 6 figures just off Swipetrades. So everybody's here to learn how to trade. Amazing. Learn everything you can, but it doesn't matter how much you learn. Just copy and paste those signals and be consistent. And this is the type of income you could have off your phone alone without having to know Forex. That's the magic of having a $10,000 account, okay? And just copying 300 pips a month. Swipetrades does 1,000 pips, you're copying only 300. So you're doing, you know, you could do more. I'm just showing the bare minimum numbers. First month, 3,000. Yep.
Oh, sorry, Jose, this is Marcus. So I plan on opening an account for $200 this week. So my lot size, from what you were showing, my lot size should probably be what, 0.002?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
I just want to make sure I'm in the man. Cool.
Now let's do the $200. And let's do the 300 pips, which is 30%. So in 1 year, you can expect to have $4,000, $4,600, okay? But that's only doing 300 pips. You can do 500, 600 pips if you really pay attention to the Swipetrades. Let's say we have 600 pips a month. Let's say you do 600 pips a month. Now that's in 1 year, it'll be $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Got it. Thank you.
Josue?
Yep.
Hey,
okay.
Let me ask you a question. Is there a way that you can do an average based on what losses may occur? Because that's saying that basically I'm assuming that says that that's what you would be at if you had all profit. I mean, so is there a way to do that?
Yeah. I get your question. That's based on wins and losses, Mike.
Oh.
Because the $1,000 pips that Swipetrades is averaging is counting all wins and losses.
Okay.
So counting all wins and losses, let's say by the end of the month, your goal is to be 300 pips profit. That's why we don't risk a lot on each trade, because we have to average everything the same, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah, so if you guys want to play with those numbers, just go to forex21.com. Let me give you the link. Envision yourself you know, you gotta paint the vision, right? You gotta have your goal. You gotta write it down. I put it on the chat every day. I am so happy and grateful now that I'm making $200,000 a year of copying and pasting swipe trades. You know, that's the law of attraction. And also you can use this to you know, anybody who is interested in learning how to make money off their phones without having to learn how to trade. We're here to learn, but they don't have to know trading to make money. That's my point. Okay?
I have a question.
Now,
Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
My one question is, and maybe I'm, you know, going too far ahead, is I've been doing the swipe trades for the last few days, and just trying to, you know, gauge, you know, how I'm doing. And so I've been like kind of getting up a little early to, you know, get the trades in the Europe market also. But my question is that it never says the expiration on the swipe trades. So I feel like maybe I'm not winning as many as I should because of that. How are we supposed to gauge what time to put as the expiration on the trades?
Okay, excellent question. So in order to do that, you have to go into the chart itself, okay? So let me show you my phone screen. Hope everybody's in profit with that pound New Zealand.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say the pound New Zealand, right? That's a good example.
Yeah.
So the entry point on this trade was 194,800, right? So looking at the chart right now, the 1.94,800 is here.
Okay.
Right? And the price is here. And they have a buy, right? That means that the price is gonna go up. That's a fat B, okay. So the price went up. So we are too late. We are 1.96, wow, 1.96700, and the price was 194,800. So we're up almost 200 pips. So I'm taking my profit. 1 second. This is how you take it. You hold it, close, then close with profit. And the reason I'm taking mine is because I know it needs to come down and then keep going up, right?
Right.
So that's how you will gauge it, right? The entry point was here. And the price is here. So you already know it's too late.
Okay.
For example, one that I missed was the GBP USD. Okay, for example, this one, Euro GBP. It says a buy limit. So we know it's a buy, right?
Yeah.
What we also know is whenever it's a buy limit, it means that the price is higher. It's gonna come down to our entry price. We're gonna take the buy and it's gonna continue up. That is what buy limits mean, that the price is higher of our entry point and the market is just retracing. When it touches our entry point, the trade will activate as a buy, and then we're hoping it does this. Cool. Price is,
So I'm sorry, Josue.
go
So
ahead.
with that example that you just used, should you stop like a stop loss should be maybe a pip below the entry point, just in case it like when it touches the entry point, just in case it dips down some instead of goes up.
Right.
In my view correctly? Okay.
Right. So, but 1 pip is too little, right? So
Yeah,
that's why
you're right.
they send up the stop loss limit, and it's
Mm-hmm.
usually between 30 pips to 50 pips.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yep. Making sure I understand. I've got the concept correct. Okay.
yeah, and I'm about to draw it on my chart so you guys understand, and try to do that on your phones if you're not on this call from your phone. So Euro GBP. Let's go to the training app. Let's find that Euro GBP. So I found it right here. And I'm gonna go to the chart. And I'm going to try to make it smaller. Try to go to the 1 hour or 4 hour, something bigger, right? Let me put this smaller. So you can see what they're seeing. Current price is 0.8741. And the entry price is 0.8728. If you guys want, what you can do as well is use this little tool here to draw lines. And then use this one to draw a line. Just put it in there and start moving it until the price says 87.28. Okay, I got it pretty close. So look, this is the current price, and this is the entry price for a buy. Oh gosh, it's really hard to, okay, buy. So we're hoping it's gonna come down, touch it, and come up. Now let's go back and let's see what the stop loss is. The stop loss is 0.8698. 0.8698. So I'm gonna put another line, 0.86. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? So this is my entry. I'm gonna put an E, my stop loss. So this is my entry and this is my stop loss. So I forgot your name. I'm so sorry. I think it was Nikki, right?
Yeah.
So this is, yeah. So this is how you see if the trade has expired or not.
Okay.
Because you go to the Swipetrades alert, and I screenshot all of them. So because sometimes they got deleted because they sent so many alerts, right? And I look at the picture and I'm like, okay, here's how the market looks like. Obviously, we're expecting it to come down and then move up.
Right.
And I go to my trading account. I make sure I'm on the same time frame they are, which is H4. And I see the same picture, and I see that the market has not come down yet to go up.
Okay.
I got my entry price right here, and the price just very close, but it hasn't reached my entry price. So whoever doesn't have this alert, let's copy it together. But before I move on to copying the alert, is everybody okay seeing with your own eyes if the price has moved the way they expected? And if it hasn't, that means that we're still on time.
So I just have one other question then.
Okay.
So once you once you see it and you enter in the trade, do we have to, like, if it's like 5 o'clock Eastern time, do we have to make sure we close out of our trades by then, or we just keep watching the chart, and then once we see that we've actually, gained in the trade, that's when we actually close it out?
Okay, good question. No need. So the first part, no need to close the trades by 5 p.m. Okay. The only thing you have to do is just pay attention to the Swipetrades alerts to see if any updates are sent on that trade. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna delete Euro GBP until they tell me to delete it. And they're gonna tell me with an alert.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Even if it's the weekend, for example, USDJPY just did 100+ pips. And that was an alert that we let open on the weekend. And they told us, keep it open, guys. We're gonna let this open over the weekend. And then Monday came, 100 pips profit. They said, close your profits.
Okay, I understand now.
So they're pretty good sending instructions. Just follow those instructions. Just get used to learning how to read these alerts, right? So I'm gonna put this buy limit. I'm gonna copy 87.28 Euro GBP trade. I have a 4,000 now. My account's growing. So now I'm gonna use 0.4 buy limit. That's my entry price. Stop loss, I'm gonna copy it. And then I like copying take profit too. And then when it gets to take profit 1, I take partial profits. Paste, so I pasted all the information, right? Entry price, stop loss, and take profit. I have my lot size here. I'm good to go. Buy limit, up here. Everything they told me, I'm following their instructions. Place, right? And right, you can see my buy limit here, I see my stop loss. And then this one up here will be my TP, my take profit. Okay. That's it. All I need is 300 pips. I already closed out almost 200 pips on GBP New Zealand. So, the 300 pips goal that I told you a month is just a very, 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 very low goal. But I wanted to show you guys how with, no hype, no trying to make something possible, just something very, very little, how you can turn a small account into a lot, okay? So real quick, guys, let me move on to the live accounts, which it's something very simple. But I know there are a ton of questions regarding live account. Okay, question HB asks, if the trade hits your take profit target, do you have to close out the trade? Good question, HB. If my trade hits my take profit target, the trade is automatically closed by the app. So you might be sleeping and the price might hit the take profit. And when you wake up, you're gonna see those profits being added to your broker's account. So it happens automatically. But excellent question. How do you take partial profit? Okay, good question. So going back to my trade, I don't have any trades open right now, but the way, so I cannot show it, but the way you will do it is, let me open a small trade. I'm gonna open just a I'm gonna open a very, very small one. It's 20 cents a pip, right? So if I wanna take a partial trade, I have a 0.02. Let's say I wanna take half of the position out. You hold it, you click on close, but instead of closing right here, right away, you come up here and you change your lot size. So I have a 0.02 lot size open, but I wanna close half. So I go put 0.01 and then I hit close. And it's gonna close me only the 0.01. Why the 0.01? Because it's what I'm typing in here. And it's gonna keep open the 0.01 remaining. And if I go to my history, I'm gonna show my 0.01 closed. Okay, so in other words, you close and you just adjust your lot size, and that's how you take a partial position. I love taking partial profits.
Hey,
I'm always gonna, yes.
Is the partial profits only by half? You usually just do it by half, or is it different? Partial?
Anything you want.
Okay.
No, anything you want. So if you have $1, you want to close out 30 cents a pip. Let's say you have $1 per pip. You want to close out 30 cents a pip. You can do it. It doesn't matter. You just have to type in the lot size before you close. Okay. Awesome. So where is my, cool. And then lastly, I have here, for example, Oanda. This is one of the brokers I've used. The reason I love Oanda is because it's a US-based broker. Pretty cool. They don't give you a lot of leverage, okay? But you can trust this broker. That's my whole point. When you're opening a broker, I look at three things. First, is it a broker that has been around for many, many years? I don't want any new type of brokers that are gonna come here and not return me my money. Two, is it a broker that offers good spreads? And three, is it a broker that offers good support? So whenever I open a live account, I like asking them stupid questions to see how fast they will answer my questions, either by email, and any type of question, usually by email. I like to ask them stupid questions like, hey, I'm confused with my document verification. And if they don't reply to me in 1 week, I know they're not gonna deal with me with bigger issues, right? Oanda does not let you trade crypto, okay? Only Forex. So the way you open a live account, and you just go to oanda.com and click on open trading account. And I'll show you, Mike, what I use to trade crypto, okay? Okay, so pretty simple. You select the country. It will be United States. And I don't know why my computer is so slow. Okay, and then you just put first name, last name, email, create a username, password. your address. Make sure it's your real address because they will ask you for documents to verify that address, phone number, and do it standard. If you have a $20,000 account, you can do premium. Premium just means better spreads, okay? That's it. Sign up and you have your real account. Every single broker asks you for two types of documents, your photo ID, which can be your driver's license, or a passport, something like that. Driver's license is good. And then the other document is just a verification or proof of address, okay? Which can be any bank statement, utility bill. You just take a picture and upload it to them.
What's
No, you can talk to him from there.
Can you repeat that?
what's the leverage?
Turn around.
What's
Leverage?
Yeah, for Orlando.
It's only like 50, 1 to 50.
1 to 50?
That's the downside. So you will not be able to open a lot of trades at the same time. Okay. Another one is JFX. I personally use JFX because this is the broker that lets me trade cryptos. Okay. Same way. Just jfx.com. Open account.
Hey, Josue, what does HB mean by the question? How much less is profit? Maybe you know.
Oh, no. Can you repeat the question, HB? How much less is profit?
She asked it in the chat. How much less is profit? Do you understand the question?
No, I don't.
Okay. HB, if you could ask that question again, that'd be great.
Okay. So as HB asks, with lower, how much less is? Okay, so the more leverage you have, the bigger lot sizes you can use, and the more trades you can open at the same time. So with Oanda, for example, I think you can only open 2 to 3, probably only 2 trades at a time. So if Swipetrades is sending you 4 trades at a time, it will not let you open the other 2 because the leverage is too little. That's the downside of Oanda. The reason I like recommending them is because they're very fast giving you your money. And that's important to me. So that's the only way, right? With JFX, on the other hand, the only thing you do is first name, last name, email, phone, password, and they create an account, and then upload your documents. And then you fund your account. You can fund your account with a debit card, credit card, or even Bitcoin. I do fund my accounts with Bitcoins, and I withdraw my funds with Bitcoin, just using Coinbase, right? So, and it's much faster than a debit card transaction. That's why I do it like that, because it's much faster. Bitcoin's going up, so I want to have as much Bitcoins as I can, right? But that's another topic. But here's the reality. You can do all these transactions with Bitcoin, and it's pretty simple. You just open an account, buy the Bitcoins, and then you start paying and getting paid with that. But again, simple, right? LMFX, same stuff. You go to lmfx.com. You click on Open Live Account. And then same, name, last name, country, phone number, email, right? So your homework is, because every single broker in their page, they show the spreads, they show all the information. So your homework will be just go through their page, do a little research, which one you like. These 3 brokers are the ones that I've used, and they've paid me my money.
Why do you like them?
Say that again?
Why do you like LMFX?
Um, you know, it's probably my least favorite between the three,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just simple. You know, it's a broker that has been around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Spreads are good only if you have LMFX zero account, which you need $100 minimum, which is not that bad. So probably the spreads. That's why I like them.
Okay.
Of the three, my favorite is JFX because the spreads are very low and you can trade cryptos. And I'm ready for that swipe coin service that IML is bringing on. If Swipetrades is fire, believe me, swipe coin, which is signals for trading crypto, it'll be fire too. So that's why I like it.
I thought you meant fired. You meant like fire as in good. Okay.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. It is that simple to open your live account. Open it if you don't even want to fund it yet. Just open it. Just have it there. Have it ready, because you know, it helps you have that urgency to put that. First of all, to have a strategy that works, aka swipe trade,
Right.
and you start putting $50, $100. That's it. Like one day that you decide not to go to the movies, just put those $50 in your trading account and start trading pennies.
Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this. First of all, these calls that we do weekly, the only time we don't do a Tuesday webinar with Josue is if there's some kind of a meeting going on in Atlanta that we can't miss. But we do these as often as possible every week, and we've been doing it for what about 6 weeks now, Josue?
Yeah.
Maybe not even that long, but we do them not to make sure that every time you walk away, you know exactly what to do. It's just that it's all about learning something new every single time. Remember, you have tools that you paid for, right? So do what Nikki does. Sometimes you have to do what Nikki did. Sometimes you have to just kind of submit yourself, commit yourself, and just take a whole weekend and just look at the videos and really learn. So some of the questions she asks is because she understands a lot because she's been watching some of these videos. So I want to make sure that everybody understands that this is not the be all end all webinar. This is just to add on to what you are already doing. And it's to have the accessibility to somebody like Josue who's seeing results with what he does on a daily basis. And the last thing I'll say about it is swipe trades are a really nice introduction to your understanding the trading system, how to trade, because we want you to learn how to trade. We want you to learn how to do it without having someone sending you signals. And those are things that you'll get from plugging into Tim Holloman's calls. For those who don't have that information, please send me a chat and let me know because we'll make sure you guys have it. But he does a live trade session every Monday through Friday at 3 a.m. Eastern to 5 a.m. Eastern. And then Monday through, but he does that in the most volatile market in the world, in the London market. Very active market. He's constantly moving. The market is constantly moving, and he's constantly talking about trades that are, pairs that he wants to trade on, and it's pretty powerful. So people that work every day get up in the morning, sometimes 3 in the morning, and watch it, and go to bed after 5 a.m. and get back up to go to work. I'm not telling you that's what you need to do. I'm just telling you that that's what people do, and you can take it how you want it. And then he also does the same thing I
did it.
Josue did it. And that's why he's
6 months.
That's why he has location freedom right now. Yeah. But there's also a live trading session Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, but it's in the Asian market. It's not as volatile. It's not as a lot of movement is not going on too much there, but it's still a great time to do it. But it's at 7 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern, which is a different time frame for some people. They may be able to handle that better. But with that said, we're not going to take up much of your time. I just want Mike to jump in and share with you some things that are going on in the Atlanta area and some other things as well. So, and then we can say goodnight.
Okay, I want to make sure that everyone has the new prospecting video that came out today. as Josue says, it's fire. It's really good. It's an 8-minute prospecting video. It's the best that I have seen. And if you don't have it, you can text me at 404-406-4037.
Just came out.
It just came out. I mean, it's the only video that I'm going to use. Okay, so 404-406-4037. And I want to make sure as you're talking to people and as you're bringing your team members on, that you always promote for the SOARS event in Miami. Okay, always promote for that event, which is going to be the weekend of September 14th and 15th, which happens to be my birthday weekend. So we're going to party like rock stars. Okay. So always promote for that. And then again, Simone and I, we will be hosting another PIP social here in Atlanta. So if you know anyone in the Atlanta area, please make sure you get them out to our home this Sunday at 4 o'clock. I will get those banners or flyers out to you guys. And if you know anyone in the Atlanta area also, tomorrow, there's going to be an event. And our upline, his name is Garrett
Roberts.
Garrett Roberts. He's a Chairman 100.
He's a recovering drug dealer. Turned 130,000 a month earner.
Just on the business side.
On the business side, and he's also a trader. Just 4 years ago, he said that he would have called this corny, but now he is making 130,000 a month, and he is in our upline. He's going to be in Atlanta, and I am so excited about seeing him because I saw him in Vegas. He is very powerful. 20-something-year-old man.
Yeah, he's on the 30. He was actually here in Cali, Colombia a week ago.
Oh, nice.
And I missed him. Yeah, he was here for a couple of days. I messaged him, and then he replied my message right when he was in the airplane. He's like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry, I didn't know."
Yeah, he's a very nice person, and really, Chris Terry gives him a lot of credit for even why iMarkets Live is as big as it is now, because Garrett was the one that really kind of pulled his coattail and said, "Hey, you should really make this a big deal with MLM." And so he's at the top of everybody. He's above everybody in this company. So it's really an honor to meet him, and at such a young age, making such great changes and really giving a lot of young men something to look to do as well.
Okay, and one other thing, there has been a blitz, Zoom blitz that David Eminiti has been doing Monday, Tuesday, and tomorrow's the last day of the blitz. And I mean,